So bring your palms together and rub the palms. Let the spine be long. Allow the eyes to close if they're not already. And then let the hands be still. Firmly press the palms together. Exhale out all your breath. And inhale. The mantra is Ong, O-N-G, Namo, Gurudev, Namo. We'll exhale and inhale, prepare to chant. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. One more time. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Press the palms together firmly. Squeeze. And slowly exhale out the nose. Now we'll move right into Eagle Eradicator. So bring your arms up to 60 degrees. Curl the fingers in. You want the fingers to touch the pad of the palm if possible. Thumb straight up. And then close the eyes, focus between the eyebrows, and begin the breath of fire. So quick inhales and exhales through the nose. And with each breath, the belly will pump. Snap the navel back towards the spine. If you're new to this breath, stick out your tongue, pant like a dog, and then put your tongue in your mouth, and same breath pattern through the nose. Last 30 seconds here. Now deep inhale. Trust yourself, let the thumbs touch above your head, and then extend the fingers straight up. Hold your breath, inhale. And exhale. Keep the hands, or let the hands fall down towards the floor. Just notice how you feel. Notice if you're able to feel some sweat build there. And now, very simple, we'll start the Kriya, and we're going to come into child's pose, but our hands will be back by our sides, palms face up, and with our forehead touching the floor, we'll simply do the breath of fire here for 3 minutes in child's pose. So the Kriya is to build up the glandular system and the inner organs. Breath of fire, same breath pattern. Really feel the breath originate at the navel point. It's difficult, and that's okay. And as you're breathing here in our first position, I'll read to you a little bit about this Kriya. Only 3 postures, very effective. Yogi Bhajan said, what happens is, according to age, the cells of the body stop regenerating themselves within the time limit that the metabolism wants. First indication is your metabolism is not functioning as it should be. Second indication is that your body starts depositing fat below the navel point. That means that your liver is not as active as it should be. And third is that weight starts to increase. And after that, one organ or the other will be in question. And you think it's normal. And then he says that is the worst. So by breathing and really pumping the navel point, that starts to build the glandular system strength and massage the inner organs. You're halfway done here. And just do what you can. There's no judgment. It's just you show up, and then you breathe. Make the postures work for you. Last 10 seconds here. Okay, good. And slowly rise up. And so now we stay sitting on the heels, or you can let the heels go to the side. And if this is too much, the next pose, you can stay sitting up straight like this, because we don't want there to be pain or strain in the knee joints. If you can, and you can also use a bolster underneath your hips, you'll lie down on your back flat and grab your ankles, breath of fire. But if there's any pain or strain in the knee joints, please don't lie all the way back. And if you do take your knees wider, it gets a little bit easier. But again, take care of your knees. So if you need to sit up the whole time, that's fine too. And if you need to get a bolster or anything, feel free to get that. And then just start the breath of fire again. 3 minutes. Quick inhales and exhales through the nose, navel pumping. And what Yogi Bhajan said about this part of the Kriya is kind of funny. You know, he just gives us the information straight, and he doesn't sugarcoat it for us, you know. And after teaching middle schoolers yoga, I can tell you what he says here is true. He says, if you cannot do this, you are old, irrespective of your age. And whether you like me or not, keep this posture alive, because this is the secret posture in which body metabolism will not be in a position to kill you. Now, I don't think anyone's going to kill over doing this Kriya, but you might just lean back on your hands instead. But it does show us that, like, our bodies are just used to certain movement patterns, and we stop using them certain ways, especially with desk jobs and technology. And so just getting back into them and creating a new relationship. Sometimes injury creates that disconnect from our bodies too, or very stressful times in our lives can create that too. So don't worry too much about it. Just do what you can and breathe. Last minute here, he also said, make this set a part of your life. You will never have problems with a lot of your main organs. Glands are the guardians of the health. These 3 postures are essentially required by every human being up to the age of 95. This set will make your mind fresh. It will take away your fear. You will have grit. You will experience yourself. Do it anytime, but you must do it. If you cannot do it, perfect it. Slowly and gradually, the body will adapt to it. It means the body has the capacity to heal itself. Mind has the capacity to heal itself. 15 more seconds here. Good. Now very slowly start to assist yourself out of this pose. No fast movements, just very slowly. And our last posture before we start our meditation, you can shake out the legs as you stand up. It's another 3 minutes. And it's the Kundalini chair pose. So it's a little bit different than in a vinyasa class. We take our feet hip distance apart and then bend the knees and grab the ankles or the tops of the feet wherever you can. So the arms come through the legs and then you grab. And if you can, you get your bum on the same plane as your knees. But if you're new to this, it might rise up a little bit. That's fine. Then you stick out your tongue and do the breath of fire this way for 3 minutes. And you can close the eyes or look at a spot on the floor that's not moving, a gaze point to focus on. And just like with any Kriya, you take care of yourself. Good job. Keep up. We're all a lot stronger than our minds tell us we are. Less than a minute to go. Last 10 seconds. So good. Slowly relax. Shake out your legs as needed. And then we'll meet in a seated position for our meditation. Okay, so I'm going to read a bunch about this meditation because it's the meditation to melt negativity, which I appreciate because, you know, we have three aspects of our mind: the positive, negative aspect, and the neutral aspect. A nicer term for the negative aspect of our mind is the protective aspect. It's that part that keeps us alive and safe, and it's essential. But you know, we're in new times, so who knows what's going on. So I want to share with you a bunch of this. He says, you have to learn to talk to all saints and sages, all denominations, all divisions, all factions. You have to speak to everyone. It doesn't matter what their faith is, what their color is, what their caste is, what their creed is. You have to heal. That's the only deal you have. And then he goes on to say how he just accepted everyone who wanted to learn yoga. And he said, this was a funny little exchange. He said, even now when I travel, I meet people who say, Yogi Bhajan, I met you in 1972 in such and such a place. I said, what are you doing now? I am the CEO of that company. I said, you used to run around without pants. He said, oh, that was then. He said, people don't forget that touch. People don't forget that when they were overdosed on drugs, we took care of them in spite of what their conditions were. So it's this beautiful thing. So a little bit more about the meditation and what he says about the sandalwood oil. This meditation melts negativity, enemies, and negative vibrations. It's such a powerful meditation that you can even go after a demon and make him your student. The armpits are the exhaust pipe of the brain. That's why the sweat in the armpits is very different than the sweat of the rest of the body. If the armpits do not sweat, you will have headaches. If you don't like the smell, put some sandalwood oil in your armpits. You will smell good, and in turn, it will keep your brain fresh. If you become physically impotent, you can get an injection to correct it. But when you get mentally impotent, you are useless. Then you can't take care of yourself, your future, your environments, and your sensitivity. So this mantra opens up mentally, especially he was talking about earlier in the lecture, I won't read all of it to you, about how with technology that people will start to get into this like technological overload phase. I mean, if you've ever had to spend too much time working on your computer or on your phone and it's like, wait. And for example, today I was working a lot, on my computer, and I went a full 45 minutes with my sunglasses on inside, and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to take a break and move my body and breathe, So this meditation will help with that sort of thing. So it's 27 minutes. And we're going to bring our hands into this position. The pinky and the ring finger come down, and then the thumb comes across on both hands. And then the other two fingers are together. And we're going to hold our hands up about 2 feet away from us. And our hands will be turned out at an angle too. And so we will sweat as we start the mantra. So you can rest your hands for now till the mantra's on. So the mantra is the mantra to melt negativity. So we'll just start listening to it, and by the 5th round, just go ahead and join in. Your gaze point is you can either close your eyes 1/10 open and gaze down at the tip of your nose, or you can have your eyes completely closed, whichever one you prefer. So here we go. And this recording is actually with my teacher, Guru Singh, in LA. So it's nice and it's a live version, and he plays the music all live as you're sitting there. So it's nice to chant with him and do the meditation with him. So we'll get into position. And then just take a few breaths as you listen to the mantra. And then when you're ready, join in. When we do say the har, 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 pull the navel back towards the spine at that part. Sachera, sachedoa, har, har, har. Apsehai hoa, sacheha, sachedoa, har, har, har. Apsehai doa, sacheha, sachedoa, har, har, har. Apsahai hoa, sacheha, sachedoa, har, har, har. Apsahai hoa, sacheda, 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 sachedoa, har, har, har. Feel any negativity melt away. Apsahai hoa, sacheha, sachedoa, har, har, har. Apsahai hoa, sacheda, 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 sachedoa, har, har, Had. Upside high, hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa. Had, had. Upside high, hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa. Had, 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 upside high, hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa. Had. Keep going. He said, you are born to remove shadows. You are not supposed to live in shadows. It's time to grow and go to all four corners of the world. It's time to spread positivity, goodness, healing, starting with ourselves. Sachedoa. Had. Upside high, hoa, Sacheda, 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 Sachedoa. Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Had, Had, 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 Had. Remember the navel. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa. Keep going. Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachehoa, Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, 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 Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachehoa, Had, Had, Had. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, 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 Had, Had, Had. Apsahoa Sacheda Sachedoa Had negativity melting away. Apsahoa Sacheda Sachedoa Had 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 Apsahoa Sacheda Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Apsahai Hoa, 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 Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, home stretch. Apsahai Hoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, 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 Har, Har. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Last minute. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Last time through. Apsahoa, Sacheda, Sachedoa, Har, Har, Har. Keep the position. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Hold the breath. Concentrate on the area from your navel to the crown of your head, the top of your head, crown chakra, your highest good, what you're put on this earth to do. You don't have to have it figured out yet. And now cannon fire out your mouth. 2 more times like this. Keep the mudra. Inhale fully. Hold the breath. Hold, hold, hold. Focus on the crown, top of the head. Cannon fire out the mouth. Last one, you've got to inhale fully. Hold. Focus on the crown of your head. Feel the energy rise. Feel all negativity leave your body, leave your aura, leave your mind, leave your heart. Exhale forcefully out the mouth. Allow the hands to come down to the knees. You might take a moment here. Just notice. There's no right, no wrong. It's your personal experience in the Kundalini yoga practice. And notice that all experience is good. Some days when we come to the practice, it feels like work or really coming face to face with ourselves. And other days, it feels light and like we're carried through. So whatever your experience was with the Kriya, the meditation, it's valid, it's perfect, just as it is. Imagine at the center of your chest a white light. And with each calm breath in and out through your nose here, imagine that white light filling your entire body, spreading. Just imagine it. Spreading through the entire torso, the legs, all the way down to the toes, through the shoulders, the arms, all the way through the fingertips, through the cervical spine, the neck, the entire head. And then you might even visualize, imagine a white light pouring in from the crown of your head and just permeating this constant flow of positivity, good vibrations, energy, literally anything you could ever need or want completely inside your own body. Imagine it. And now lie down for final relaxation, Shavasana. Let everything relax, even the breath. Notice your breath. And then notice your body. And then start to move your body. And we'll meet eventually in a comfortable seated position. And bring the palms together and rub them as you arrive. Now press the palms firmly. And just like that visualization, you may even imagine that white light coming in through the crown of the head again. As I say these words, we'll follow these words with 3 long sats and short nam, so sat, nam, 3 times. Feel your grace, feel your personal power, and may the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Exhale. Inhale, prepare for Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Now bring your hands and put them over your eyes without opening your eyes. Cover your face. And now with your hands covering your eyes, blink them open. And slowly start to move your hands away from your face. Just noticing how perfect even the lines are in your hands. I don't think they figured out how to make those or our fingerprints in a petri dish yet. It's pretty cool.